Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Sim side of Luca, also known as the Sim side of Luca over on TikTok. Definitely go check that out. And in today's video, I will be showing you how to replace the default underwear in The Sims 4 using whichever custom content you want. The video will be divided into two main parts. So there will be one for like a general default replacement for pretty much everybody, and then one specifically for those using Wicked Whims, because we have to go through a little bit of a different process, okay? Before starting today's videos, let me give you guys a little disclaimer. This video is for personal use only, so if you do want to make your default replacement public, please check the creator's terms and conditions or ask for their permission before sharing it. And let me also steal 30 seconds of your time to talk about today's partner. Instant Gaming is a platform where you can buy PC and console games at incredible discounted prices, especially Sims 4 packs, like the new expansion pack, which is right now at 25% off. If you do want to save you some simoleons, please be sure to use my affiliate link down in the description and support me as a creator. Thanks to Instant Gaming, I also have the possibility to give you guys something back, and each month I host a giveaway where you can win any game you want on their platform. So try your chances and good luck! Now, finally, in our first part of the video, I'll tell you what you need in order for this to work. So the first thing you will need is obviously Sims 4 Studio installed in your computer. So you can either have a macOS version like I do, or also a Windows version. You can always find them on their site. The second thing you will want is the underwear CC that you do want as an override in your game, so the one that you want to appear in CAS all the time. Now let me give you some important notes about these underwear. So you can obviously only have one default underwear per gender at a time. If you want multiple options, you can create different versions and switch them out in your mods folder. But for the sake of today's videos, we will be only doing one for female and one for male. Obviously, for the female Sims, you will have a top and a bottom, while for the male, you will only have a bottom part. Now, the most important thing is that your CC is fitted to the body of the Sim. You guys, this is so important because anything baggy or pieces that stick out, or sometimes even like lingerie that has like the little decoration, will not work for this tutorial, as I noticed you will have in game like some black lines, and obviously it will be very buggy and not what we want to do. As an example, I have the basics collection by babygirl123. This is the one that I always use in my game. I am using this really cute white one that we have right here on the left, and as you can see, it is perfect. It is fitted to the body, nothing sticking out, no lace, no nothing, so we can definitely use it. Okay, so now you do have your CC right here in your downloads folder, we can finally start, and the first step is exporting the texture. So what you want to do is open up Sims 4 Studio and go into My Projects, and right here, as you guys can see, the downloads folder will be open up. If not, just look it up. And for example, right now we will maybe start with the girl's bra, so we will open the file, and once it opens, it will look something like this. So you will have all of your swatches right here. And what you're gonna do is obviously choose one that you like. So for example, here we have a gray one, a black one, and I'm just gonna delete all of those. So I'm gonna start from 7, and I'm gonna do remove swatch, and I'm gonna remove them all until there is only one left, which is the one that I want. So now what we can do is go here in textures, as you guys can see right under, and we are gonna need to export all of those right here until emission. So we will do diffuse export, and now you're gonna save this with a very specific name that you will remember. So for example, I'm gonna call this FT for female top, and then do diffuse. So I will remember that this is the diffuse of the female top, obviously. So I'm gonna do this, and then each time it will open the folder, so you will always know where it is. Now this one will be FT, I don't remember already. This was a shadow, I believe. Yes, this was a shadow. So I'm gonna save this. Then we have the specular. I'm gonna do export, and I'm still gonna do this, specular, and save. Normal, export, FT, normal, and save. Emissions, export, FT, and what was it? Emission, and save. So once you have done this, you can simply save and go out of here, and we're gonna do the same for all of the other CC that we have. So right now I'm gonna do the underwear for the female. So once again, this will open up and look something like this, and we're gonna do the same with the textures. So let's do export female bottom diffuse this time. And once again, when we're done, save and close. And once you're done, your download folder should look something like this. So you will have about 5 or 6 of the female tops and 5 or 6 of the female bottom, and also the part for the male sims. Now for step 2, you're gonna wanna open up again Sims 4 Studio, and where it says CAS, just go down here where it says override and click on CAS. And up here we can search for salmon, and exactly, and right here you will see that the 1 2 3 4 5, the 5th item will be the default underwear. So we're gonna wanna open this up and save this as something we'll remember. So for example, underwear replacement female top, for example, you know. And let's save this in the same folder. And once it will be saved, it will open up this page right here. And what you're gonna do now is simply import all of the textures that you exported from the previous file. So right now here in diffuse, let me do import, and let me search for the female top diffuse, and we're gonna already see that this appears. We're gonna do the same for shadow, so right here, the same for specular, and let me do here specular. Perfect. In normal, we're gonna do the same. Here it is. In emission, we're gonna do the same. And now we are finally done. And now what you need to do is go into categories, and right after everything, you will see here part flags, and you will want to do restrict for opposite gender, because there is a little bug where sometimes this can appear on male sims. So with this, it will only be for female sims, and you know, everything will be nice and fine. Now you can hit save, and your package has been saved. So now you can close this up, and where you're gonna do is still go into CAS, and here it will be salmon because you just looked for it. And if you scroll down around like the 5th or 4th row, you will find here the default underwear. So we're gonna open this, and we're gonna call this once again, what do we call it? Underwear replacement female bottom, for example, and let's hit save. And once again, this will open up, and what you're gonna do is go here in diffuse, and let's do import, and let's see FB diffuse. Same for shadow, import female bottom shadow, specular, import specular PNG, and then we will also do specular mask. And then in normal, let's do import, normal, and emission, import, emission. Okay, and now with pennies, what happens is that in categories, in theory, this one is always checked. So you will have no problem with that. So now once you're sure that this is checked, you can hit save once again, and your package has been saved. So now you can do the same for the male frame. I will not go and do this, you guys, but it is super simple. It is literally just what you saw. And we can finally look this up in game, and let's see how it looks. So now what you want to do is open up your mods folder. If you guys don't know where it is usually in your documents, electronic arts, The Sims 4, and then mods. And as you guys can see, I have quite a lot. And now what you're gonna do is just go here and take your underwear replacement female bottom and female top, and also obviously the male bottom if you did that, and just poof, drag it over, and it should be done. You can now open your game and see if everything worked. So now we are finally in game. We're here with Miss Riley, the protagonist of my series City Dreams. If you haven't watched it, go and check that out because it is super nice. And let's see if this works. Let's go and delete her top and delete her bottoms. And y'all, look at this. she now has our little default underwear that we chose and not that ugly salmon sexy underwear, whatever they call it. And obviously, if you did some guys, that will happen for them too. Now, if you are using Wicked Whims, you need to follow these steps. So first off, you need to go to the Wicked Whims webpage, and once you open it, you will be met with something like this. And you just want to go here in download, and once you're here, scroll down quite a bit until you find here Wicked Whims Extra Optional. So you will go here in CAS default underwear, open it up, and you will be met with this page. Obviously read the installation instructions, but basically the most important thing is that the file is the same folder as the Wicked Whims will be before the tuning file. So right here, make sure the turbo driver CAS default underwear is in alphabetical order before the turbo driver tuning, because that's how it works. So you can go and download this. Once it will be downloaded, you will have it in your downloads folder just like before. And what you're gonna do is copy this, Control C, or if you don't know how to Control C, just go here and do copy. And you're gonna want to paste this another 2 times. So one will be our female top, one will be our female bottom, and one will be our male. So we're gonna go and rename them. Do not rename them entirely, just go here and add an underscore and maybe do female top. And then we'll do the same right here, and we'll do female bottom, I'm sorry. And right here, we will do the male bottom. Okay, so this will be the files that you will then put in your Wicked Whims folder, okay? And also just be sure that you do not have the copy name afterwards, because if not, it will obviously be a problem. Because the last thing needs to be a point package. And now you can open up Sims 4 Studio once again and go into My Projects. And now let's see where we can start. I will start from the female top as always, so I will choose the female top. Once it is open, it will look something like this. It will always have a male. Right now, just don't care about this, and just go to warehouse. Here you will see some different files. So as you guys can read here, you have turbo driver bottom underwear sexy black, bottom underwear sexy salmon, and top underwear sexy salmon. So if we do want this to be the top female, we will obviously go and delete all of the files that are not top female. So for example, the bottom underwear sexy black, we know that it is the male version, so we'll just go and delete this and say okay. We'll do the same for the bottom, so we'll do delete. And also this top nude, just delete this and okay. Once you have done this, just be sure to save and do close this file before continuing. So we will close this and we will open this up once again. So we'll go here, female top, and once we open it, we can finally see the right part that we chose. So in this case, the top female. So now what we're gonna do is do the same for diffuse. So let's do import, and we will do female top diffuse, and then the shadow. Let's see, female top shadow, specular, import the specular PNG. Now into normal, let's see, female top normal. There are so many files, you guys. And then emissions, import emissions, and that's it. Now you can save this. And your package has been saved, and once again you are done. Now we are gonna do the same for the other files, so I'll just go into my project and do female bottom, and once it opens we will have the little guy once again, and we will delete everything that is not the bottom female. So for example, this top salmon and this top nude, let's just delete them, okay, and also the bottom black, which is the male version. Okay, and we are left with the bottom underwear sexy salmon. So now you can hit save, and we will need to close this once again, and then we will open this again with my projects, female bottom, and once again we are met with the bottom female. So let's go and import all of the files. And once you're done, in this case, you will not need to go into categories, by the way, because this will always be flagged as a strict for opposite frame. So that shouldn't be a problem. But if you do want to check, just do it and hit save. and you're done once again. So let's close this and let's do the mail version. So once again, we'll open my project and we'll go into mail. And once we're here in the mail, do not get fooled by this little man right here. You will still need to go here and delete everything that is not the bottom black. So let's just go and delete this. Okay. And just hit save and close this up and open it once again. So let's do this and do my projects, mail. Just as the same as before, import all of the textures right here until emission and check for the categories that it is restricted for the opposite frame. And once you're done, just hit save and your package has been saved. Now you want to go back to your download folder and copy all of these 3 files. Obviously, if you only did a female bottom and a female top, just copy those 2. But I do also like to always have the male because I feel like that's better. Just me, you know, even if I didn't do anything to it, I'll just copy this. And you can go right here in your mods folder and look for Wicked Whims. And once you're here, you will need to paste this in. Obviously right now I cannot do it because I already have them right here prepared. And always be sure that these files are above this one in alphabetical order. So you know the tuning will always be the last one right here. If not, this will not work. So for example, if you change the name and it is not TurboDriver, CAS, whatever, you can just go here, rename it, and add an underscore before, so you will know that it will always be up there. But for the sake of today's videos, I'll just leave it like this, very simple, very nice, and we can finally see how it looks in game. And y'all, we are back once again in CAS, this time with Brianna Grant, a little sim that I made. And let's see if this worked. So let's just go and delete her body. And here we have her, you guys. She is here, stunning as always, in her little Baby Girl 123 underwear. And you guys, that being said, we are at the end of today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big like and subscribe and maybe hit that notification bell, you know, just so you never miss out on me. I hope that this was very useful, that you learned something new, and that now you finally know how to create default underwear. Like, this is crazy. This is super good, you guys. So yes, I think that is all. And let me just say that I love you guys all so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Lots of love, the Sim side of Luca.